So, Carl, round 2, let's go.
This music, though, I just want to say, because we've been, like, slowly just getting set up in the background.
Yeah.
Just hearing how hard this fucking soundtrack goes.
It's so good.
Like, it's so heroic.
Yeah.
Like, it specifically evokes the feeling of, like, in a heroic adventure.
It really does, yeah.
So I compare it to like Lord of the Rings-esque, where the soundtrack to that film it's so perfectly evocative of the feeling they're trying to build.
And I get that, like, obviously, like, Zelda is renowned for its soundtrack, and like most people will agree, like, yeah, it's goddamn incredible. It's like top tier video game music, and I hear a lot of people say, but it does fall into like those tropes of, similar to like the Lord of the Rings-esque kind of music, like very standard, like heroic-esque music, but it does it so well.
Plus, as well, it's been around for like nearly 40 years at this point. Of course, it fucking does.
Yeah,
of course,
it
sounds like
Zelda's 35th anniversary this year.
Yeah, of course, it sounds like tropey when it invented the fucking trope. Oh no, the bomb! Someone's gonna find that. Cause I always love shit like that. Of just, this thing sounds like, it seems really cliche. It's like, it's a cliche because of this game.
Yeah.
It's like
it does do very similar things to other kind of like fantasy heroic music, but if you do it so well and you've been doing it for 35 years, I think you can be forgiven.
And plus as well, with like, all that time, there are so many like leitmotifs of the like Zelda soundtrack.
Yeah.
So I'm not even the biggest fan of this series. I'll play like one of the games in the series and then watch you play a couple more. Like, even I recognise some of those songs.
Well, from Smash Bros. Even like.
Yeah. Just like
obviously
pop culture
you've heard a lot of it just through osmosis of Smash Bros.
So what is it you trying to do?
I was just double checking because like on the map. There's like a room here, but there doesn't seem to be any like connecting rooms. It might just be a staircase that I'm missing.
Oh, you try to like blow out all the floor and see what happens?
I was just trying to see if there was a
hidden staircase or something.
Yeah.
So I hope you remember where you are. Did you like at least watch like the last bit of recording to see how far?
Yeah, so I caught up and it's like we found this room here, but we couldn't get into the locked door.
Alright, what I've been doing is I've just been thinking about how like just adorable and charming this game is, which isn't helpful. It's helpful for the discussion, but not for the actual gameplay itself.
Exactly. And to clarify, I did have that moment where I thought about, I could look it up in between recording sessions, but I did resist, Carl.
You resisted, yeah. You resisted.
Because we've done this whole playthrough like completely blind and with no cheats, and I was like, I can't go back on that on the last dungeon, really, can I?
Yeah, like the dungeon is supposed to test how much like knowledge and stuff you've gained.
Yeah. Like this is kind of the ultimate test for us, and I can't back out now.
I do feel like we're beating a dead horse in this regard by saying, repeatedly, just if you feel like spoiling it for us, just please don't.
Yeah, and generally speaking, so far, like as far as I think like 80 of the videos have gone out so far, and like no one's really done that. So I am very appreciative of the fact. No one's just gone in and be like, you need to just do this.
Well, speaking of like Zelda content that we've made,
yes.
Recently, at the time of recording this, but not when this video will go out, we recorded a video for the main Factory channel about the subject on screen right now, Mr. Link.
Oh yeah. That went out like last weekend, didn't it?
Yeah, it's called Link Can Deflect a Laser Beam with a Single Pot Lid. So it's the title, but we have it here. I'm just going to click it now, and I thought I'd go through the comments, because a couple of things we mentioned in that is we just have a discussion of the character.
If you're going to tell me that there's a character called Lankle, Linkle, Lonko, there's a female Link, I saw about 20 of them and stopped reading the comments.
Yes, because in that video we have a discussion about the idea that Link could be an androgynous character where, similar to like you get to pick your own name, they could just at the start of a new Legend of Zelda game say, are you a boy or a girl?
Yeah. Because
the idea that Link is a legendary hero, where the only thing that's really known about them is that they are very courageous and they save the world. Like, Link's gender is completely incidental to the story. Like, it's not important whether or not he is a boy or a girl, and with how androgynous these features are, you could mistake it. He could be a girl, like to the point where in Breath of the Wild, they just had when it was initially revealed, people
the first trailer,
people thought Link was a girl. But, we're going to do female Link, awesome, because of how androgynous like the character's features are. And despite us saying we are playing, or we are reading from the wiki entry specifically on Link, the amount of people, like you said, Lucas, who are like, Linkle. If you want a female Link, there's Linkle. Linkle's a female Link. Go play the game as Link. It's like, well, that's not female Link, is it?
No.
That's a new character. That's a new non-canon character in a game.
Yeah, it's specifically not Nintendo making that character. That is, you know, who is it? Like, not Team Ninja, is it? I'm trying to. I can't remember the Koei Tecmo. Yeah, that make the Dynasty games. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Koei Tecmo also made, you know, like big boobed villainess of that game, and you don't see Nintendo referring her as canon.
No. But I just thought it was really funny, like, when you say, I adore this series, I've played every single game in it, and people are like, oh, did you know that there's Linkle? It's like, yes, but we're not reading Linkle's wiki entry, we're reading Link's. They're different fucking characters. It's almost like when they have a different name, they're a different character. Mm-hmm. And that's not the point we were making, because I think I explained it pretty well just then.
I think so. I would like to think so.
So they don't need to be a new character. It's like Link can just be a boy or a girl, depending on how you see the character.
Mm-hmm. Make our way back around. So I want to try and get back to...
And then I got one here. This dude actually said Zelda's Smash Bros. Moveset has personality. Laughing face emoji.
Oh?
Yeah.
That's real weird.
I'd argue that it does, because she has, like... she smiles, and, like, there's so much personality. Like, it's almost like you can convey personality without... Okay, you just... Oh, you could... Oh, you've tried to go over there with the hook.
That was the revival cream, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And I made the effort to go across there. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, I think that's a weird comment to make, especially considering we talk about in the fucking video, one of the strongest points about Link is that he never needs to speak because all of his personality is portrayed with, like, actions.
And, like, cool animations and stuff like that, yeah.
Yeah, but when we say that about Zelda in Smash Bros, like, oh, that's stupid.
Yeah.
Wow. In Hyrule Warriors, you play as Linkle, the female version of Link.
I was genuinely shocked by how many of those we got.
No Linkle.
As I said, to the point where I just stopped reading.
Lol. Who the hell would be mad if the next Zelda game Link was a girl? Gamers.
Yeah.
Gamers would be annoyed. 550. A female Link does exist in the form of Linkle from Hyrule Warriors. Why would they do a female Link? There is no female Mario.
The worst comment I saw was something like, oh, why is it only whiny internet men that want, like, Zelda playable? I've never heard any girl ever say that. Also, girls don't play games.
So maybe, because, do you know what I love about stuff like that? They're basically admitting, I don't speak to women.
Yeah.
Like, when someone that, all you need to do is like, oh, so you've never spoken to a woman or had a conversation, which is really sad if you think about it. So they're essentially saying, I've never had a conversation about one of my chief interests with a member of the opposite sex.
Mm-hmm.
What about Linkle, question mark? Speaking of Link, he does it quite a lot in the TV show, where he's probably most known for saying, well, excuse me, princess. Did you know about that?
Yeah. Do you mean that, like, one of the most, like, overused memes of the past decade?
Did you know about it, Lucas?
Never heard of it. And to be fair, like, I say overused, like, just used in general. One of the most used, because, like, that is a very good one.
Yeah. Fact Fiend, Linkle exists due to the Breath of the Wild thing with confused gender in Hyrule Warriors, aka female Link. So, aka not canon. Got it.
I can't get over that one. The rock that rolls. It's not a rock that rolls. It's a little fucking remote control robot. I keep pressing the plus button instead of the minus button.
It's alright, robbing there, mate.
So there's like two chests over here. Oh, that one's just the fire one, isn't it? We need to figure out, like, how to get, like, the fire arrows, we're presuming. Again, just a little number next to each staircase to tell you which staircase goes to which would be very nice.
There is Linkle in Hyrule Warriors. I wish there was a female Link. I guess no one ever told about Linkle. We need a female version of Link. It was weird that Nintendo hasn't made one yet. Linkle, am I a joke to you?
Yeah, not made by Nintendo. Got it. You just thought about it for 3 seconds of that sentence, like, yeah, not made by Nintendo. Yeah, Koei Tecmo is not Nintendo. Hyrule Warriors is not canon.
You think they'd realise from the fact they have a different name, they're not the same character.
Yeah.
They literally have a different name.
But even if you want to categorise Linkle as female Link, that's, I can see that people would go that far, and I'm like, yeah, okay, if you want to consider them the same character, go for it. But
they're not.
They're still, like, not canon. So it doesn't matter.
So you know what? I've got Linkle's Zeldapedia entry here. So Linkle is a playable character in Hyrule Warriors Legend. She can be transferred over to Hyrule Warriors as well. She dual wields crossbows as a weapon and uses them alongside quick kicks to attack enemies.
Mm-hmm.
Her story is described as a side story separate from the rest of the game's plot. Linkle is a young woman who lives in a small village in Hyrule where she takes care of cuckoos as a shepherd. Since she was little, she believes herself to be the reincarnated hero. So she believes herself to be. Yeah. She's not confirmed to be, she believes herself to be. She believes that the symbol that proves it is the compass given to her by her grandmother, which has been passed down for generations. After hearing that Hyrule Castle was attacked by demons, she sets on a journey to save the kingdom. Linkle has a habit of getting lost easily and is bad at directions, despite owning a compass and a map. While setting out on a quest, she fails to notice a sign at Fork Road and takes the opposite path instead of heading towards Hyrule Castle. During a victory cutscene, she continues to miss signs pointing to the castle's direction. It says here, during the development of Hyrule Warriors, Linkle was originally designed as a female version of Link. She was also proposed to be Link's little sister, but the idea was scrapped due to Eiji Aonuma not wanting to conflict with Ariel, Link's sister in Wind Waker. So Lucas,
yeah,
did you hear that there?
Mm-hmm.
Originally designed to be a female, this idea was scrapped. So she's not. According to the creator of the fucking video game.
They probably don't know much about it, though, Carl.
No, they don't know much about it, but they are smartly correcting us in our video about it, though.
Oh, no, I mean, Eiji Aonuma probably doesn't know much about that.
Yeah, let's click his wiki.
He's only the producer of the entire
series. Yeah, he's the designer, director, and producer of the entire series.
But he probably doesn't know much about it.
No. I wouldn't consider him an authority on the universe, would you?
Oh, man, stop pressing the pause button, Lucas. Right, so I'm going to break this down. We've got this one chest here, where we need to light these two things that we assume we need the fire arrows for. Yeah. We've got to get to this staircase from somewhere to unlock that door. And that's our aim. That's seemingly our aim. And then we've got a couple of other hidden chests about.
Yeah. I'm still confused, but this is hilarious to me. It's like I literally just clicked the it's 3-4 paragraphs long, her entry on this thing, and the first thing it says in regards to her design is that she is not a female version of Link.
She is someone who assumes herself to be the chosen hero, isn't one, and the idea of her being female Link or Link's sister got scrapped by the fucking series producer.
Yeah, the guy who's considered the absolute authority on the universe. Not to mention as well, it says here that her title in the game is literally a hero ?
Yeah.
And the thing is though, I didn't know this. Actually, I did because I think the last episode we did, I spoke about Link on how good her design is. Yeah. And I wish she was canon. I want to say I was talking about how I wish she was canon. Mm-hmm. It's just weird that the amount of people who smarmily saying, well, there is a female. It's like, there's not.
No.
And I'm so just often amazed by the confidence of people when they think they know something you don't.
And I didn't go and rewatch the entire video. I can't remember how much we pointed out I've played Zelda or not. But the idea to me that I was sitting there going, I've played nearly every single game multiple times, and I've also, mostly maxed out Hyrule Warriors. Of course I know who Linkle is. But, yeah. Oh, well. Obviously, random people on the internet may not know that. So that can be forgiven, but goddamn, I was just reading those comments and just had to stop, because it's just no.
It's because it's that thing of, they think they know something you don't.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it always
comes. And especially when it's, on the channel Fact Fiend, where I feel the comments are very askew with people going, well, I need to point this out because I need to know how much I need you to know how much smarter I am than you.
Yeah, I need you to know that. It's not that I want you to know this, it's that I want you to know that I know this.
Yeah, I want to feel superior to the Fat Fiend channel.
It's always weird though when we do it on like a wiki entry. It's like, it's literally wiki weekends. We're reading the wiki page. It's like, this is... You'd think just from that, where it's like we're reading the wiki page for Link, the fact that Linkle's not mentioned would suggest that she's not Link. Because Joey, we were going through that like entire list of like, I think on Wiki there was like alternate incarnations.
We never found out what this switch does, did we?
No. So you've clicked it now. Do you want to just have a look around the area now and see what's different?
Yeah, yeah.
Because I found that quite funny. It's like we're literally reading from the Wikipedia page on this character, and like, did you know this? Because that always happens, doesn't it, when we do that?
Always, yeah.
We'll be reading from the wiki entry about like a superhero or something, and just say, and then the comments will have stuff like, "Oh, I'm surprised you didn't mention this." It's like, well, it wasn't in the fucking wiki entry, was it?
Or it was just cut from the video for brevity's sake.
So, oh, surprised you didn't mention this. It's like, well, if you mention everything, you'd be like, I'm not watching a 40-minute video.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, can you push that up?
Push which up?
That square there, look. Could you push it up?
I've been able to get into that area already, but we can...
Ah, okay. What does that switch fucking do? Ow!
It doesn't stop Link drowning in lava, that's for sure.
I love his little boy footsteps. That sound design on those footsteps is incredible.
It is. And I believe this is just,
It's frozen. Like, it's clearly something to do with fire. Do we have the ability to produce fire?
No. Well, obviously we have the magic powder.
So this is very obvious, like something to do with fire.
Hmm.
Oh my god, that jump. That's a fucking ridiculous
I've got to go
jump.
around the other side.
Round the outside, round the outside.
Oh no! Oh!
It's little fucking feet. Little feeties.
So yeah. I guess like, just wandering around and just maybe trying to get back up to that section we haven't explored yet. Seems weird that we've like hit a switch but never found...
It doesn't seem to interact with anything in the world, does it? Either way.
There we are.
Nothing up here. I was gonna say, you just hook shot you over there, okay?
Oh, is that what I did? Yeah.
Scissor. Woo! Like, he's so fast.
I literally just can't see. Oh, well,
that's worse, well, because you know what? As he's like reaching for help, the fireball comes down for the finish. It's like, no!
It's finally, you've got more hearts, it's okay.
It's like, we're so tough, it doesn't really matter if we just keep falling. It's like, everything we kill as well just keeps dropping fairies.
Yeah.
Oh, these little snacks.
That's all I need to do is go into one of those rooms with the little like electric enemies and just kill a couple of them and get some more fairies.
I'm like, honestly, man, I'm stuck.
Yeah, I know, right?
I can't think of what we meant to. But then again, you know, some of the comments is really mad about it, so I'm happy about it in just that regard. I'm happy to just wander for like another 5 episodes. Just because of how salty you know someone's going to be about it. It's like, I can't believe you didn't think of this solution. That's obvious to me because I've played the game before.
Yeah, something like that.
No one ever has that like level of self-awareness about stuff like this, do they?
No,
it's
not
like,
really.
They never in their head think, I am not you. And that's all it needs to be. It's like, I'm not you. Just go left then. We're not being left halfway. We keep going up. Try left.
No, because left just leads us to like the bit that we need the fire arrows for.
But we've been going around this section backwards and forwards for like the past like 10 minutes.
Yeah. I need to go this way. So I need to get back up to that section with this area. I need to get back into like this.
Okay. So just no one ever has that level of self-awareness about themselves, do they? It's like, how can you not realise this? It's so obvious, to you.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like we're different people with different life experiences and different levels of knowledge.
Oh! Just sprint into the lava. Oh god.
You're holding forward.
Yeah.
Oh man, have you ever been in a game where a checkpoint has killed you like that?
Kind of.
'Cause I had that happen to a friend of mine. I was watching him play through Call of Duty on veteran mode, and he got a checkpoint where it was literally just a guy stood in front of him opening fire with a machine gun.
Oh, okay.
And every time he spawned, just this guy would immediately just gun butt him and kill him.
So
and my friend was like trying to time it, and I remember watching him do it for like 20 minutes till he managed to kill the guy who did it, open fire on his corpse. I'll go, fuck you, walk around the corner and got shot again and went back to the thing. It's like, oh.
Yeah, I had an experience playing ODST, Halo 3 ODST.
Oh, that had bad spawns.
The mission where it was like there was an achievement to like do it full player legendary co-op.
Oh, did you end up with like someone falling off the edge or something?
So we were on the bit where you need to like protect the giant elephant on the highway.
Go upstairs,
It got destroyed, but it takes a while to get destroyed. So the animation of it getting destroyed was playing as we ran through the checkpoint. And then Halo checkpoint is similar to like Call of Duty, where it's the exact same instance. So every time we loaded it back up, it was us with the elephant mid-explosion, just walking into the checkpoint, and it's like, oh no, like the game's just not giving the elephant a chance to like heal or anything. It's just keeping it in that half-dead state. So we just had to quit, and I was playing with randoms online, so we just literally quit out.
Yeah, and I think Halo does have a system where if you die multiple times in the same thing, it reloads you to an earlier point in the game.
I believe we were there for a good like 5-10 minutes, just hoping that would happen, and then just gave up.
Like, that is a system in the game, but it's not perfect. There must be something to do with it. Because I am like, honestly, I'm like baffled. Like, I cannot figure out where you're actually supposed to go.
Yeah.
Unless, and this might be mean, maybe you go to a different area to get the fire arrows. So Joe, maybe now you can teleport? Could that be it? Joe, because you can teleport?
Well, Carl, do you want to just do one thing then?
What's that?
Like, Google, like, Link's Awakening fire arrows.
Just to see.
Don't tell me if they're in this, like,
We'll figure it out, okay.
If they're in this temple, that's fine, I can figure it out. If they're not, tell me.
Yeah, because that's... I'm guessing, if we're seeing that, I'm thinking, is that a suggestion that we should go somewhere else? Because it's letting us teleport out.
Yeah.
Well, I googled fire arrows, and nothing's coming up.
Maybe just check what we're meant to do then, and don't tell me.
No. I'll just like I'll have a, oh god! I accidentally just what the fuck? I pressed
like if you just check for like Link's Awakening Turtle Rock. Right.
Hi, okay. Are you sure you want me to do this? Because I'm on like, there's a thing here, it's like, this is the walkthrough. Do you want me to click it, Lucas?
Oh god. I do, but like, again, don't necessarily tell me. Just if it is that we need to leave, then let me know.
Okay, let's have a look. Okay, yeah. Okay, it is in here.
Okay.
And the solution, it's to do with the big boys. Do the big snaky boys?
Right, got it. Okay, I think I know what to do.
Yeah. It's the big snaky boys.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what to do.
And what are you thinking?
That it said bomb the enemies from above, like destroy the enemies from above.
That's exactly it, yeah.
Yeah, the Owl's Beak told me to do that.
Yeah. That's it. And then from that, it will open up everything else.
Okay, got it.
Jokes, because I realised...
Because I was in my head, that's why I was just bombing those snakes from above, because I was like, I don't know what enemies that is referring to, where it's telling me to kill them from above.
Yeah, it's the big beefy boys, which, you
Yeah.
know what, we could have figured out from context, but that's how bad.
That's
And that's why when you killed them downstairs, you didn't get anything for it, and it's still going
Yeah.
da-da-da-da. And there has been some really bad like puzzle solutions in this. Like, I can't get over the Vital.
yeah.
The Vital
that
one
was
is that's potentially one of the worst fucking puzzles because the game is literally lying to you.
bad. Yeah.
And yeah, so that's the only big cheats we're gonna do. I'm not gonna scroll any further than that. And also,
No,
do you know
no,
they
of
have a
course
name?
not. And
They have a name. They're called Dodongo snakes. Dong snakes.
yeah, Dodongos are like something that are in like a lot of classic Zelda games, but
Yeah. So you get above these.
these do not look anything like the Dodongos I know.
Well,
I
can
probably
get-
could have just
teleported.
walked out.
Yeah.
I wonder if I can.
You can teleport to the beginning. Yeah, if you just teleport to the beginning of the thing. Because you can teleport, can't you just go back to the entrance?
No, I don't have a teleport.
Ah. Well, this dude just let you teleport out of the dungeon.
Oh,
yeah,
let
you
me walk to entrance though.
Walk
yeah.
to the entrance, walk outside, walk up, and then you walk in, and that leads you to the top of the Dong
Yeah.
Snakes.
Yeah.
That's a shame. You know, because I feel like, after like, what, 40 minutes of trial and error? Just that little push in
like
the right
that's the thing though, like I knew the solution essentially because I had paid
throwing
attention
bombs.
to what the owl statue had told me. I just didn't put that one little bit together. But you know what? Like this would have just been a matter of like complete futility as I wander around over and over.
Yeah, because you see the clue in like this beep here. This da-da-da-da. Bom. Bom. These things are cool. Bom.
They're very weird.
The Dong Snakes.
It's a good thing I've got fucking 60 bombs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh!
god damn it. Oh, not again. Okay.
See, like, the thing is, it's not a bad thing, but it is an incredibly frustrating thing of like just throw the bombs at these enemies that randomly just sometimes do not swallow them. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Ow. Bomb. Bomb. What is these things' life though? I mean, it just feels cruel. Like they're already in like the smallest enclosure I've ever seen for a creature, and there's two of them. Oh, now there's more space for you.
To die.
Ah. So that's the
So
enemy.
I think that was one of the most obtuse things. Like the Pole's voice one was maybe the worst.
The Pole's voice one was fucking ridiculous because you are not told what that enemy is.
That has not actually helped me in any significant
But
way.
it's got rid of one of the things.